Hello, once again, and welcome back to another episode of Father and Sundays, the unexplainable guide to absolutely nothing. This week, we're at episode 111.
111.
It's 111.
Yes.
And we are talking about the Bermuda Triangle.
We certainly are.
So stick around if you want to hear more. Well, hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Fancy meeting you here.
Fancy seeing you here.
Yes.
Dad.
Yes. Son.
David.
Connor.
And as the wise philosopher Rebecca Black once said, it's Friday.
Who's Rebecca Black?
The person who sung "It's Friday, Friday."
It is Friday. Oh, God, yeah, I remember that now. Yes, it is Friday. We're recording on Friday because it's another busy weekend.
Yeah, you're away.
I'm away. I am going upwards towards Nottingham tomorrow after work on the train. Very scary. Never been on the train.
Never been on the train?
Never been on a train before, choo-choo. No, I have been on a choo-choo, but I've never been on a choo-choo.
It's quite, stop calling them that. Trains.
That's a chuff-chuff that's going like where I'm going. So I'm not used to the station.
You've never got to the place where you're meant to be.
No, I've never ever got to any of my destinations. Bit like my sentences. But no, I'm going up to Nottingham to do a bit of babysitting and join my wife, and a bit of dog sitting, a bit of dog walking, I'd imagine. So a little jaunt up there. But other than that, yes. So that's why we're recording today rather than tomorrow. And
we are Father and Sundays.
We are Father and Sundays.
We're Father and Son.
Yes, we are Father and Son.
But when you listen to this, maybe, when it's released, it's a Sunday. That's why it's called Father and Sundays. We're a father and son duo that talk about nonsense. I don't know why I'm introducing it properly in this one, but I feel like I need to because it's 111.
It's 111. So we've done quite a lot of these and about all sorts
110
of
others.
A myriad of subjects. Yeah, 110 up until now. And as I say, a myriad of subjects. We've discovered things. We've solved problems.
Did we discover anything?
We've sung. We've laughed. We've cried. There's been friends. There's been songs, there's been stories.
There's been enemies.
There's There's been ups, there's been downs.
There's been chocolate, there's been fizzy drinks.
There's been fizzy drinks, it's been Christmas, it's been Easter, it's been...
Ghosts.
Ghostly. It's been all sorts.
It's been
we
history.
Have really
it's been future.
Giving you... I cannot think that there's anybody on this planet that we haven't done one subject that might interest them.
No, we haven't done a single subject that interests anyone.
I don't think anybody on this planet has got any interest in what we do. No, there's got to be. It's such a plethora of information.
But the thing is, it's not always about what we discuss. It's about the discussion.
It is about discussion. The whole point is that a father and a son sit here and talk about things that maybe they've never talked about before.
Yeah. But they're not. They're busy at the moment, so it's us instead.
So it's us, right? And you know, we tend to have a little catch up, don't we, at the beginning of these things as well, just to sort of find our feet and find out what each other are doing, because we lead quite separate lives. We might meet on the landing every now and again,
sometimes but, in the kitchen.
Yeah. What? Anything happened to you this week that you need to raise before we head on to the subject matter? That was quite an odd
thing that we did there. We don't normally do that.
No, we don't, do we? No, but that's fine, you know. Anything
that I need to raise? Are you thinking of something I need to raise?
Yes. We've had a bit more detail about the challenge you're doing.
Oh, yeah, the skyscraper challenge that I am doing on now is confirmed to be the 9th of September. Saturday, the 9th of September, I will be climbing up the internal stairs of a London skyscraper called the Cheese Crater and then abseiling down the side of it.
Yes, that's what I meant, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know abseiling...
Doing for charity, for Tommy's charity.
You are, which is a very, very good charity.
More information on it, as well as donate to the charity. So you what's that say?
No.
Okay, you can do that on fatherandsundays.com, and there's a charity segment on there.
Well worth pledging, even if it's a couple of pence on there, or pound, maybe a pound,
or dollars, depending on where you're
dollars,
from.
or
euros,
pesos, or
krona.
Yeah, whatever. I was interested to find out that when I wrote abseiling, I assumed abseiling is spelled with a like SAIL, as in sail, as in sailing, but It's SEILEING, like ceiling, abseiling.
No, with an S though.
Yeah, but with an S. Yeah. I wonder why that is.
It's a good thing I'm doing it, not you, then, isn't it?
Well, I don't think you need to spell it to come down.
How would you look it up?
Well, I'm presuming someone will tell me what to do. I don't need to.
No, but how would you look it up?
Be qualified
to sign up. How would you register if you couldn't?
I'd get round it. But do we know why it's spelt like that?
No.
Okay. Right. Moving on then. Becky and Sam are enjoying their trip in Mexico. We've had various videos from them and even video calls from them, which has been really good.
Isn't this the second episode that they've been in Mexico?
It is the second episode they've been in Mexico, because the last episode we did when they were in Mexico, I didn't do it that time. It was the Mexico episode.
Mexico.
Yeah. So they're having a great time
catching
there.
up. But next episode they will be Mexino.
No, Mexino. They'll be back. They'll be a bit sad, but they sound like they're having a wonderful time.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know.
Let's continue though.
A couple of other bits. Got mistaken for being on community service a bit earlier on this week. Yeah. It's doing a bit of gardening. Well, I help out at charity. I was doing a bit of gardening, and a member of the public come up and thought I was doing community service. I said,
kind of though.
I am kind of, but I know what they meant.
Yeah.
And I kind of didn't really register properly, and I went, no, I'm doing this particular thing. And it was only a little bit later on when I got home, I thought, hang on a minute. I'm not doing community service. How dare you?
It's because you keep wearing that orange jumpsuit when you do stuff.
It is the boiler suit, the Guantanamo Bay outfit that I've got. When I do.
And the ball and chain that you've got attached to your leg that you carry around with you.
That probably does point people in that direction. More leaks at the, and I'm not talking about secrets getting out at the workplace.
Or vegetables.
No, or vegetables. There's more water coming through the ceiling. And we've got a nice little library in our workplace now that people have donated books to. You obviously not seen my post about it. No. So basically people bringing books they don't need anymore, don't want anymore, and it's been made into a little library in the...
What books have been donated? How many copies of 50 Shades of Grey are there?
There isn't. There is several sections. I won't
as soon
tell
as
you
they go in there, they disappear again.
This is a family podcast, so I won't tell you all the sections there. Yeah. So, but there's a couple of Stephen King's, a joke book, I think, some quite old-looking books. I don't know. I think
is
there's
an adult material section.
There's a section, but it's empty. I don't know if that means that we haven't had any donated or they've all gone already. But
is there actually an adult section?
There is an adult section. I'll show you the picture in a minute.
Yeah.
But yes, it's situated above the salmonella fridge that we've got, and next to the drinks machine that everything tastes the same out of.
Oh, I've remembered something that happened to me.
What?
My work ran a festival.
Oh yes, they did have a festival, didn't they?
Did a festival.
Oh.
And it really rained.
That's why I went. Oh,
yeah, it really wet. I got absolutely drenched.
I've seen photos of it. It looked absolutely incredible what was put together for you, because it is a really great thing for them to do things like that, and it's such a shame. But it looked like people were enjoying it.
Golf. There was burgers, hog roast, a churro van, nacho van, ice cream van. There was mocktails.
Natural van. I think you have to say when you.
Yep. There was also fairground. The things where you win prizes.
Stalls.
DJ stalls. There was. But basically everything was free.
That's great. I think it's fantastic.
So I had a burger, nachos, ice cream, and a churro and a mocktail.
I'll tell you, I think the most that's
and a can of drink.
Most that's ever happened in our car park is now and again the drain bubbles up like some sort of geyser, and people stand around and watch that for a little while.
Go to London,
but that's all we get.
In London.
There's a lot of geezers in London. Go back to our gangsters episode for a bit of that.
Oh, that was last episode, wasn't it?
Yes. Anyway, I think that's covered everything we need to cover on that sort of basis, isn't it?
You seem a little bit off your nut today.
I feel a little bit off my nut. Subject matter
is the Bermuda
The Bermuda Triangle.
We meant to do it together. Let's try again.
The Bermuda
Triangle.
Right.
What you said? Triangle.
Triangle. So, the Bermuda Triangle.
Every time we say the Bermuda Triangle, I want to say something else, but I get the feeling it's something to do with your song, because I keep hearing you sing it loudly from
I don't sing it particularly loudly.
Oh, I tell you what.
Yeah, but it's really difficult because I record the music with headphones on, so I can record the keyboards and whatever, guitar, whatever, with the headphones on, so you don't hear any of that.
You've also been singing this song walking around the house.
Have I?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that then.
No, I won't sing it.
No, don't. It's coming up. So there's a song coming up, like normal, about the Bermuda Triangle.
Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, yes. Anyway, it's located in the South Atlantic between Florida, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda. Right.
Whoa. 3 points. Makes sense.
The word triangle is used as it is the closest shape found when these areas are linked. But
if it's 3 points, it's always going to be a triangle.
Yeah, kind of. But the actual area that they see as the Bermuda Triangle is not really a triangle shape. The actual places that they sort of pinpoint it's in between. What was that?
I rubbed my foot against the chair and it made that noise.
Oh my God.
To be honest, I don't think the mic really picks it up.
I did, yeah. But it wasn't quite a loud noise. Anyway, so the actual shape. So it might have been something else, you know. It could have been a circle or in fact, it probably is more likely to be a circle in shape. No,
they said a triangle's the closest shape.
Yeah, they said the triangle's the closest shape, but that's just...
They hadn't invented circles at that point.
I don't think that was one of the first ones, triangle. I mean, it made that Barry Manilow song a lot harder, because then you've got to find something that rhymes with... Mind you, he managed to find... Song? Bermuda Triangle, try looking at it from my angle.
Oh, that's a song
Barry Manilow, right?
That's the song I keep hearing, and I thought that's the one that you wrote.
No, that's not what...
You didn't write that?
No, that's Barry Manilow, that is. Yeah, so if it had been like a trapezium, you'd have had a bit of a job trying to find something to rhyme with it.
Bermuda Trapezium, try looking at it from my museum.
Obviously, if he co-wrote it with you, it'd have been absolutely fine.
The Bermuda Circle.
Oh, no. I've got you off on that now, haven't you? Oh, that doesn't sound right.
If I drown, I'll gurgle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Bermuda Triangle always fascinated me from when I was younger because, and you know this as well, there's been reports of disappearances in the area dating back to the mid-19th century, right? Which I didn't know it went back that far. But I also read that...
We didn't know time went back that far, or...
Well, no, when I first was interested in it as a phenomenon, it's going to be one of those sort of podcasts, isn't it? I thought that, you know, that was probably in the 70s. So I thought it was just a 70s phenomenon. But to be honest, there's probably unreported occurrences prior to the mid-19th century. It's just that they started cataloguing things going missing from then. Some of the ships are discovered abandoned for no apparent reason. Others transmitted no distress signals at all, but then suddenly disappeared. Even rescue missions that have gone after lost vessels have then suffered the same fate. They've gone missing as well. Never heard of or seen again. Really, really bizarre. No bodies or wreckage in quite a lot of them's cases have been recovered. Now, there may be reasons for this, and we're going to go through some of the theories about...
I don't doubt we are.
I think that's the whole purpose of this. More than 50 ships and 20 airplanes I've put. I don't know why I put airplanes.
Airplanes
have been lost. But it just seems like... And there's many places around the globe which have sort of...
Sorry, you claiming the world is not flat?
No, it's not flat.
Oh, right.
in fact, I read something a bit earlier on where it's the Flat Earth Society, and it said members from all around the globe.
Yeah.
Which made me laugh. But basically, people have been fascinated with it, scared stiff of it, been fascinated with this particular region. There's all sorts of... it's very tropical. There's all sorts of... it's quite a dangerous place anyway, if you just look at it as an ocean, you know. But there seems to be other things that are starting to take, or have always sort of created these problems, and it's for us tonight.
It's us specifically, me and you.
Specifically, to look at these theories and actually decide whether they're feasible and whether they could have caused some of these problems.
So we're going to sort out all the problems tonight.
Well, like we always do.
Yeah.
So I've got the first theory I've got. Okay? Are we ready to go on one?
Yeah.
Atlantis. Now, you may remember that a few episodes back we talked about Atlantis. And we talked about where Atlantis would be, and there was talk of it being in the Straits of Gibraltar. But there was also talk of it being...
near Bermuda.
Yes, near Bermuda. Now, some people have suggested that it's the resting place for the lost city of Atlantis. But they've also suggested that there was advanced technology within the...
Bermuda.
No, within Atlantis. So the people of Atlantis had developed advanced technology. The Atlanteans, including crystal energies, and that this is still active on the ocean floor. So these crystal energies that they developed are still on the ocean floor, even though there's no Atlanteans anymore. They can be activated, and when boats and planes, the boat sails over it, the plane flies over those particular ones, and these crystals pulse, then they cause problems for these particular ships, and there's, ships go down, planes crash.
Even for wooden ships?
Well, yes, apparently so. What do we think of that? Do we think that's a feasible thing?
Absolutely not, no.
Why?
Because I don't think it is.
No, but you've got to give me some reasons.
Well, you've got to give me some reasons why it should be true.
Well, I've just given you reasons why it could be true. What? Lost city of Atlantis, crystal advanced technology, pulsating because of the tides.
Anything about mermaids?
No, I didn't, and there's nothing to do with mermaids. And then these ships go missing, or these planes sort of fall from the sky or disappear.
No, it's not that one.
You're dismissing that out of our hand, this Atlantis. Based on what?
I don't know.
Well, I've given you all the facts, and you seem to be just dismissing it.
Because they're not really facts.
Why
You've not provided facts.
Crystal energies.
Look, how did you start this? You started this by going, one of the potential reasons were... You didn't say it was a fact. There's no facts there.
I'm going to give you crystal energies.
Yeah, that's a load of rubbish.
Why is it a load of rubbish?
Because that's a load of rubbish. Crystal energies is a load of rubbish.
What do you mean it's a load of rubbish? It doesn't work?
Yeah.
Right, okay, so it's a reason then, isn't it? You're saying that even if they had these advanced technology of crystal energies, they're not really working, so that wouldn't cause any problems for the planes. You've even said a wooden ship. Why would crystal energies... I don't know what crystal energies... what they actually produce that could cause problems anyway.
Why is crystal giving off this much energy?
Yeah, I know. Okay, so we're saying that's a no-no.
Yeah.
Okay. What about this one then? Rogue waves. Rogue waves do exist and are unusually large and unpredictable. Studies into this phenomenon have discovered these occurrences are especially ripe in the area known as the Bermuda Triangle, due to the storms moving in from all sides, and these reacting to the Gulf Stream. Some of these waves could reach up to 100 feet in height and would lay waste to ships that were in its path.
Right, rogue waves.
Right.
And was there science behind that they are real?
Well, I think some scientists...
I'm going to be honest, Dad. You've started the whole thing with, well...
No. Well, I don't want to say I've never seen one, right?
Right, I've never seen Father Christmas, but it doesn't mean he's not real.
No, but yeah, well, exactly. So it doesn't mean that they don't exist. The science behind them saying that there's a point where a wave will come in, a current will come in, and then the actual Gulf Stream, which is really quite strong and quite dangerous in itself, because I watched a few programs about some of the divers that have gone down to look at some of the wrecks or try and find wrecks that within the Bermuda Triangle, and that it hits that. And it actually just forces the water upwards. So you get these freak, gigantic waves. So someone could, it's quite a stormy place, a tropical place. So you could be out on your boat and you're rowing away and you get to a point where you're being chucked about anyway. And then suddenly, and there has been reports, eyewitness reports to these things happen from survivors, saying that suddenly, out of the mist, there's this huge wall of water. One even saying that it looked like he thought for a minute it was just the sky, and it comes crashing through and on top of these things and absolutely destroys them.
Look, that one sounds more feasible.
Yeah.
In the fact that there's these waves. Now, the idea of a rogue wave makes me laugh a little bit. It makes it sound like it's just a wibbly-wobbly wave going about all its business, go, way!
Well, I think it's a randomness of it. I think it could happen at any point.
Yeah.
Bang.
Look, I don't know the ins and outs in terms of but it sounds like the currents could cause something like that. I don't know.
Oh, so that's a maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
We're going to go for a maybe on that one.
Yeah.
More coming up soon.
Every day, in every way, the things people do, the things people say, just irritate me, please sedate me. These are the things that really get my goat.
People who walk their dogs on extendable leads, which you have to either hurdle or limbo if you want to go about your daily business.
So that can't be all the theories there are.
Oh, no.
No.
No. There are many other theories, and I'm going to go through each one, like I said.
Oh, okay.
I've got 2 words for you.
5-hour-long podcast.
Yeah. Not if you only if you interrupt.
That's more than 2 words, to be fair.
Magnetic forces. The Bermuda Triangle is one of only 2 places on Earth where a compass will point to true north instead of magnetic north. While true north is the fixed point where the lines of longitude converge on a map, magnetic north is consistently shifting. It's the point on Earth's surface where its magnetic field points directly downward. Difference between the two is called declination, and all trained ship and airline pilots know to...
So Dutch.
All trained ship and... Oh, there's a cat. Oh, hello. Meow. Airplane pilots know to account for it when charting their course. Now, this is a biggie, because when you hear reports of people...
Knock her because she's scratching the chair.
Okay, sorry. When you hear of reports...
Just to clarify, that was me saying just nudge her, not knock her out or anything like that.
I wasn't trying to knock her out.
I'm just clarifying for without context on the podcast.
I did say it, close the door. Anyway, so magnetic forces. Lots of reports have had that people get confused. They're flying, and people that have come through the Bermuda Triangle and managed to get back have found they're miles away from where they were supposed to be. So they've been flying along, and then somehow within the Bermuda Triangle, because of the instrument failure, because of these magnetic forces, they've ended up suddenly with the... saying, oh, hang on, the coast is on the wrong side of the plane now. Or they've completely turned around in it. So it's not hard to think that something like, when you're looking at the altitude within a plane, say, that for them particularly, it would be a problem. And they
go into a death spiral. Ants do that, don't they?
What, fly planes?
No, go into a death spiral. You ever seen ants in a death spiral?
What, in planes?
No, not in planes.
What are you talking about then? I don't understand.
Look up ant death spiral. It's kind of sad.
Look
but also,
up ant death spirals when I come off this. Do you think my search on my laptop is bad enough as it is without me putting in ant death spirals?
No, it's sad, but it's also interesting.
Okay, right. Well, basically, so there is a issue with the way it works within that area. So that's fact.
Ants don't need planes because some of them fly.
Right. Yeah, but like I'm saying, true north instead of magnetic north. So obviously, like
is this fact?
This is fact. So
okay.
Obviously,
then this one's plausible.
So it's plausible, but there still seems to be these weird sort of things going on within this as well, though. So not only do they lose direction or they can't work out where they are, they're then in touch with. There's some famous sort of, because there's lots of air bases around there. There's a lot of military around in different areas there, and the Navy.
They weren't meant to be there. They got trapped there.
Yeah, they've been in there ever since. But
the military triangle.
They actually sort of are doing manoeuvres and going out on test flights. But obviously there's an issue with them with fuel. So if they're going in the wrong direction for long enough, and if they then get turned around and they haven't got the fuel they need to get home. But this is where I talk about, there was one particular famous one where I think it was Flight 19 where they went out and all of the planes were lost. And then they sent out another plane to try and recover it, and that went as well. And then they sent another one, but that didn't find anybody and did come back. But so we're thinking that magnetic forces could be a potential.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. It's looking quite positive. We've got quite a few little ideas of what might be going on. Aliens.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so I'll move on to the next one, yeah?
Yep.
No, so there's a lot of theories regarding the fact that it's an alien hotspot. Right? No, forget the crystals. I think we poo-pooed the crystals. Aliens use the Bermuda Triangle as a portal to their planet.
Portal? Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
What?
I'm off the aliens thing now.
What, because of the portal part of it? Why particularly that?
Because it's assuming that portal technology exists, and I don't think it is plausible.
Well, apparently they gather the people and technology they need as part of their research. I think we'll all agree that aliens do quite a lot of research.
They do, yeah. That's the whole thing, isn't it? Probing and stuff.
Yeah, so of our species.
So unless that portal is someone's butthole.
There's a bit of that in the song that I've written. This is why so many ships and planes are never found when they disappear.
Because they're getting probed.
Well, because they go through the portal to a different place. And that's why we never see them again.
Right.
Aliens. I'm looking at your face. Now, I know this is a podcast, but I have to read your face when we're going through this. I'm going to move on from this one.
Yeah.
Because you look like you're getting angry.
Yeah. I'm getting a bit tired, I'm going to lie. But
not tired again. Okay, next one up. Methane bubbles.
Mm-hmm. Lots of cows.
Lots of cows grazing on the seagrass at the bottom of the ocean.
Sea cows.
Sea cows. Massive craters.
To be fair, sea cows will be in Florida.
They are. Massive craters are created at the bottom of the world's oceans due to sudden explosions or deep underwater deposits of methane. This disturbance on the ocean's floors could cause anomalies that would affect ships. So not so much the planes, but obviously methane is highly volatile. Is it not?
No.
Can't you light methane?
Yeah, but it wouldn't mean it's volatile.
Well, that's fairly volatile, isn't it?
No.
It's like an explosion, isn't it?
Well, volatile would suggest that it can react with like loads of different... No, it's very highly flammable.
So that's a problem in itself if it's highly flammable. If you've got methane bubbles coming up from below the surface of the water and they hit a ship and the ship is sailing with a chimney on it, I don't know what they're called. I'm going to just call it a chimney. Right?
You're talking about a steamboat?
Yeah. Say a steamboat is
or
going
like a
through...
boiler.
Yeah. And then, or what they're carrying may be combustible.
I'm going to stop you there because you seem like you're just going off track and getting confused a bit. But surely shouldn't methane bubbles be like everywhere across the ocean floor? Not just highly like...
I think what they're basically...
Are they that consistent with the methane bubbles? They all go to that one point. It's like the bubbles under the earth and there's just one puncture there, so they all make their way towards the puncture.
No, but I think that, along with the fact that it's such a wild place anyway, that causes more problems than it would do, say, if it was in the estuary.
If it's a wild place, then the methane bubbles aren't the only cause, are they?
No, but they could be part of the cause.
Along with the aliens.
Okay. Well,
yeah, I guess it's plausible that it could be a thing, but yeah.
Yeah. No, you're not going to go... I don't think you're going for that. What about wormholes? Right. The Bermuda Triangle is a portal again. So
it's two blocks of portals.
No, right. It's a portal to another dimension of space and time. A pilot, and this is true actually, right? A pilot actually documented an instance his plane was surrounded suddenly by thick fog, and suddenly he found himself 100 miles ahead of his previous position. Explain that, Connor, if you can.
Well, he was flying through the fog for 100 miles.
No, but he wasn't, see. He was flying through it and then suddenly he was 100 miles ahead of where he was before.
Oh, well, he misjudged how far he was.
No, that's a definition.
How did he work out? How did he work out that he was 100 miles ahead?
Because he looked and he found out.
Where did he look?
Look, if I was driving my car, right, and I pulled out from a parking space in front of our house, and then I went through this thick fog for like seconds, or even a minute, right? A few minutes, right? Through this thick fog. And then the fog cleared, and I was halfway up the M1, right?
Yeah.
Are you telling me that isn't a portal?
Yeah.
Are you telling me that actually I've been driving through fog for about an hour and a half?
Yeah. Have you ever driven and then like kind of been driving along and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I forgot I was driving completely. I don't remember driving that bit of the road.
I do, yeah. And so you're saying that sort of particular thing that people experience could be the same for a pilot?
Yeah.
Okay.
The wormhole thing, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're going to come on to this, but I don't think there's a wormhole. But have you considered a giant plug hole?
Well, funny you should say that. My next one is water spouts, and I've put them together for no particular reason, and whirlpools. Right. So we know that because of seismic activity.
We know there's a massive plug.
Is there a massive plug?
Yes.
Okay. Where?
In the Bermuda Triangle.
So you think at the bottom. So
look,
you don't think
you're not
that...
letting me speak because I'm going to explain. I'm going to explain.
Go on then.
Bermuda Triangle, massive plug. Because how do we expect currents are actually moving if there wasn't a massive plug that all the water goes down and it goes down to a pump system and that's pumped back over to the North Pole? Because obviously water always runs downwards, doesn't it?
Right. So that's more plausible than aliens.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Or what was the first one? Oh, Atlantis. So waterspouts or tornadoes of the ocean can feature wind speeds of up to 125 miles per hour. Don't know if that's nautical miles per hour. Because of the warm waters of the Bermuda Triangle, these will be more frequent in this area, causing carnage to any ships that entangled in their eye.
Very, very plausible.
Yeah?
Yeah, the massive plug's very plausible.
But if water spouts could obviously cause a lot of damage... SpongeBob? No,
I think there's a massive plug in that.
Really should... watch
you should have done
SpongeBob.
your research by watching SpongeBob.
No, see, I went for something ridiculous, like a documentary on people diving in the Bermuda Triangle, where really clearly...
Did they disappear?
Well, yeah, and then they come back up again because they were underwater.
That's fun.
Interestingly, No, it was really fascinating. So they're trying to build a catalogue of...
Like an Argos catalogue?
Yeah, of things you want for Christmas. No,
you got to circle things.
Yeah, you got to circle this, cut them out and stick them in a scrapbook. No, they've done this quite comprehensive catalogue of wrecks around the Bermuda Triangle. And what they're trying to do is they use a lot of technology, but they dive and... yeah, I know, it's unbelievable, isn't it? I could see the surprise on your face there. They dive down into the water, like you do, and
I prefer to dive up.
Go to these wrecks. They are able to map the wrecks as well, so they do a computer-generated 3D image of it. It's really interesting. You want to watch this. And anyway, another mystery... time, right? Because I could sense that I'm going on a bit.
Because I didn't start the timer.
No, again, right? But they basically they see something and then they take it to some experts and say, look, this is supposed to have disappeared at this time. Could this possibly be this from the wreck we've found? One of the things they found, and bearing in mind, like I say, where this place is they, to cut a long story short, they couldn't identify it. They looked like it had sort of ceramic tiles on it. Sort of took it to a friend of theirs. They said that looks like
a sauna.
No, and then ended up taking to NASA, and it was part of Challenger. Yeah, so you're making jokes out of it. It's quite a serious thing there. But it was amazing because obviously when Challenger exploded, the wreckage was strewn over quite a big area, and obviously, you know, Florida is quite near to where all this is happening.
In fact, one of the corners.
Yeah, one of the corners of the triangle. But they recovered quite a bit of it. But this was a wing of Challenger, unbelievable, and it was quite poignant.
A bit of a wing.
Quite a bit of the wing, yeah.
No, yeah, but it wasn't the whole wing.
No, but it was quite a bit of it. But it, you know, but they're doing all this work trying to look at it.
Yeah, because we've seen Atlantis, haven't we?
Yes, which is incredibly
big.
I don't know about you, but that really did hit me when I walked into that room and saw that. And the size of it, and it's not the biggest thing I've ever seen, you know, but
what is the biggest thing you've ever seen?
Because I knew you were going to ask me that. It's nowhere near the biggest thing I've ever seen when I've walked into a room. I'm trying to think. It was
pretty big to have in one room.
Yeah, but
we also went into another room that had an entire multiple.
That was bigger. That was the biggest thing. That was a bigger rocket.
Yeah.
No. My point being is, it's
actually not, Atlantis isn't a rocket; it's a shuttle.
Yeah. Okay. What I guess was the really remarkable thing, and I know we're a bit off topic here, is that it was the actual one.
Yeah.
And it had done multiple trips to space. And then I was chatting to the guy who designed it and built a lot of it with him, and it was just quite incredible. That was going to the Kennedy Space Station, wasn't it? Center. Up in space, the big things in buildings. Okay,
this was the second biggest thing you've seen.
Yeah. No, I'm going to make a list of big things I've seen, because I'm sure I've seen bigger things than that. What are we classing as, because, like, are we just doing inanimate objects?
Yeah, because do you count a mountain?
Yeah, because I've seen a mountain.
I've seen multiple mountains.
Yeah, but
you'd be like, biggest things I've seen. Number 1, Ben Nevis. Number 2, that mountain that's right next to Ben Nevis.
Yeah.
Number 3, that other mountain.
Yeah, but, like, even buildings, like, there's big buildings, aren't there? Right.
Are there?
Yeah, there's massive buildings.
Like what?
But they don't tend to get a building within a building. And I think the thing that, and I'm going to go back to this again now, Space Shuttle, is that we'd seen a video presentation of it, and then we walked through and it was there.
Well, they showed it as a shot, and then that faded and the screen went transparent,
down,
and then you
could actually see it through there. Yeah, and then you went and walked around it, which is just amazing. Anyway, we'll finish off. We've got a couple more of these that I just want to see if we can say yay or nay to. Kraken. Another theory is that within the Bermuda Triangle, and I think this is true, a unique and possibly ancient set of creatures exist, and that these would be responsible for the loss of crafts both in the water and in the air.
Okay.
Nuclear tests were carried out in the area, so this could have an effect of the creature's size and temperament.
Nuclear tests were carried out. All right. I just knocked the mic. All right. I take the point of they could be creatures that we'd never come across, but the Kraken as it is, I don't know.
But it is.
Although, to be fair, the Krakens come from somewhere, isn't it? That mythical stories come from somewhere.
Yeah, so there was something that they have. Yeah.
A giant squid.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Big. Yeah. You know what? I'm actually going to give it a plausible.
Excellent. Kraken's in then.
How deep's the water?
Huh?
How deep's the water?
I don't know, offhand. It's very, very deep.
Is it the biggest? Is it the deepest water you've ever seen?
It's the deepest water. I have a bath every night, and this is it's the deepest water I've ever looked at on a documentary.
Wow.
I think there's some really deep things in there. Now, you get deep water, then you get really deep.
So, like, how deep we talking? Like, how? So, which end of the swimming pool?
Well,
is it like a diving pool?
It's the sort of deep that when you get down there, you can't see anything.
Ah, are my eyes closed?
No.
Whoa.
And
is it so dark that you think your eyes are closed?
And yeah, it's so you think you've gone blind. No, it is so deep that you can't be down there for too long because of the, I'm going to say nitrogen.
You know what you want.
Yeah, just what I really wanted to say nitrogen. And the final one I've got here.
This cat's gone to sleep.
Yes, after caused a little bit of chaos when she came in. Pirates.
Plausible.
There'll be pirates everywhere. So certainly,
I know we're talking about modern pirates.
No,
old classical
I know
pirates.
there's modern day pirates, right?
Because if they're Pirates Caribbean style pirates, then I'm fine with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
because I know there's modern day pirates. I can't see that because it's an incredibly busy shipping area. Anyway, there's tons of ships and planes that pass through the Bermuda Triangle without incident. All right, I'm not going to lie.
If you would, that'd be great.
No, I'm not going to lie. You could go there, you could get on a boat, you could go straight through the Bermuda Triangle, you wouldn't have any problems at all. You could get in a plane, you could fly over the Bermuda Triangle, absolutely perfect. But lots of things happen that no one can explain. And even the percentage, it might be a low percentage of those, but they still are
higher than other areas.
And as I say, there's no absolute reason why these things happen. They seem to be... It's the fact of the lack of wreckage. There is wreckage, but quite often things just disappear off the face of the earth.
And by what you've said, sometimes potentially... they're actually gone.
They're gone to a bottle.
Okay, fair enough.
So... I think...
So would you go across the Bermuda Triangle?
No, I wouldn't.
No?
I'm interested.
Not by choice?
No, but the thing is...
how did Becky and Sam get to Mexico?
Well, I was a little bit nervous because when I first heard... Because obviously they're only a couple of hours away from Florida. But, the fact that... What?
Isn't everyone only a couple of hours away from Florida?
We are not. So basically they must have flirted... near to it.
Flirted.
But I didn't. Oh, hello, Bermuda Triangle. But I didn't want to mention
Your angles are looking really nice.
Yeah, I didn't want to mention anything about it. You're very deep.
You're the deepest.
You're the deepest
water
I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. But I didn't want to mention it to them because I didn't want to freak them out.
Becky freaks out everything.
I know.
I wonder if they're going to listen to this episode prior to them doing their flight home.
Oh, no.
Or on the flight home.
On the flight home. I'm pretty sure that they don't take that route. I'm pretty sure they do a different route. For a
the long way round.
Very safe place. Okay.
A song?
Yes, a song.
About what?
About what? It's about a man. It's about just any sort of man, but it's about a man who works hard.
Your
He's
accent
saved
changed
up,
for a moment there, don't know if you noticed.
because I'm getting serious.
Oh.
He's saved up to take him and his wife and his 2 daughters, Bing and Bong, on holiday to a dream location.
Have Bing and Bong made an appearance before?
Yes, they were in my Amazon story, and I'd
It's the
forgotten
same family.
Yeah, let's just say, yeah.
Oh, right.
Right, but they're on a plane. They're on their way to this beautiful paradise.
Mexico.
No, not Mexico. But then things take a turn.
A 45-degree turn?
Yeah, something like that. Play my song.
We're flying, sun shining. I've not been this excited since West Ham United won the Conference Cup in Prague. Just dreaming of swimming crystal clear waters with my missus and my daughters. I need this break, I've been working so hard. I'm going to Bermuda, we're gonna hire some scooters and ride around the island to see what we can see. I packed 4 pairs of flip-flops and poured rum in my hip flask. The temperature is rising, the perfect holiday. The captain sounds nervous, says there's no problem, but he's raised his voice in volume, and the cabin crew all look pretty scared. The plane, it starts shaking. BP's off the scale, plus I spilled my cocktail. It's just so unfair. I'm going to Bermuda, we're gonna hire some scooters and ride around the island to see what we can see. I packed 4 pairs of flip-flops and poured rum in my hip flask. The temperature is rising, the perfect holiday. Could be alien abduction. Strapped to a bed with electrodes in my head and a probe up my bum. Or magnetic forces dragging up and down in the ocean where we're drowned. Doesn't sound that much fun. Not going to Bermuda, not gonna hire some scooters or ride around the island. That's something we won't see. No use for any flip-flops, I've drunk all of the hip flask. Not going to feel the sunshine, so much for holidays. The brochure didn't mention this painful intervention, but maybe compensation will ease his troubled times. We'll vanish from existence, but I'm nothing but persistent. I'll ring complaints tomorrow, I've clearly got some time.
Game time.
Woohoo! Nice song. Shall we play a game?
Oh, we could play a game. Do you want to play a game?
Yeah.
I've got a quiz.
Oh, a quiz?
I have got a quiz. It's a multiple choice quiz.
No way.
Yeah, I bet you can't guess how many questions there are. Questions?
10?
No.
No. What?
So
How many questions
I
are there?
deliberately did. Well, there's 8.
What?
2 of the questions
It's like old times
got
when you just
lost.
changed it up. You didn't write them, did you?
have just disappeared. And that's the whole theme of this quiz. Yeah?
You didn't write them, did you?
I did, and they disappeared mysteriously. So if you play the sting, I've done the sting, and then we'll just move on to this quiz.
Okay.
I cannot find it, it must be lost. I know I put it somewhere safe. Did you move it? I bet you did. It's bound to turn up, have some faith. It's not in here, it's not in there. I cannot find it anywhere. Where's the place you saw it last? Trace your steps, I'm tired of this pointless farce.
Nice sting.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Why are you saying you're welcome?
You're welcome. You're Malcolm.
Thank you.
Anyway, the idea of this quiz is things that get lost.
Is it?
Yes. So already we've had 2 of the questions gone. So I'm going to
Is the answer 2 of the questions?
No.
Oh.
I'm going to go through these particular scenarios where something went missing or got lost.
Oh.
Right? And I want you to give me the answer. It's multiple choice. Question 1.
Mm-hmm.
What item of George Washington's, the president, went missing from the Smithsonian National Museum of American History? Was it his false teeth? Was it his wooden leg? Or was it his favourite pet that he'd had stuffed?
C, his favourite pet that he had stuffed.
That is unfortunately incorrect. It is his false teeth that went missing.
Oh, the wooden ones?
Well, there's a bit of debate whether they were actually wooden or not.
No one knows because they've gone missing.
Yes. Question 2. On December the 5th, 1872, some 400 nautical miles from Portugal, a ship was found floating unmanned. The 10-person crew nowhere to be seen.
Mermaids.
But what was the name of this mysterious ship? Was it A, the Merry Mariner? Was it B, the Mary Berry? Or was it C, the Mary Celeste?
Mary Mariner.
No, it was the Mary Celeste. I thought you'd know that one.
I thought you said Mary.
Mary Mariner, the Mary Berry, or the Mary Celeste.
So the first one was Mary.
Yeah.
That's why I said it.
Oh, okay. Okay, question 3.
Why would I know that one?
It's very, 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 very famous. Question 3.
Not that famous.
In 1962, 2 inmates disappeared from the infamous Alcatraz prison, seemingly by way of a tunnel they dug using some spoons. But what did they do to delay their pursuit and confuse the wardens? Did they, A, they left a tape recording of their voices in conversation so the prison guards wouldn't think they were missing? Or did they leave paper mache heads on their pillows so the guards thought they were asleep and didn't enter the cell? Or did they dig 2 much shorter tunnels which only went a few metres so that the guards might lose time while they were investigating them?
Ooh, all 3 of them was quite good. I think the whole thing of playing tape recording comes from that. Or does it come from just...
Comes from what?
I'm going to do the tape recording.
No, that would have been good.
It's the paper mache head, isn't it?
It is They made...
That's what I wanted to go for, but I changed my mind.
Never mind. They made 2 paper mache heads and they laid them on their pillows. And when the guards walked along, I presume it was a cell that they had they had the shutter on, they could look in. It looked like they were still in bed, but they used spoons to dig a hole. Now, I don't know if you've seen where Alcatraz is.
It's better than a fork, isn't it?
Yeah, no, you're true. That is true.
You're true.
Question 4.
I've seen where Alcatraz is. Yeah.
It's
in an island.
Only is it,
off of San Francisco, isn't it?
Yeah. So the whole point of it being there is to actually go in the water for a start is really quite treacherous. It's freezing cold most of the year, and it's quite can be quite rough and.
Were they found?
No, never found again.
No, they died in the water then, didn't
No, they got away and changed their names.
Alcatraz shut down though, didn't it?
It did, yeah. It's a museum now. You can walk around it and have a look at it.
They still film stuff in there though.
Yeah, I
occasionally.
think they do. They use it for quite a few things, I think.
They filmed the film Alcatraz in there, didn't they?
Did they?
Yeah.
That was convenient. Question
just
4.
because it happened to have the same name.
It did, yes. Question 4. At approximately 9:30 p.m. on Friday the 3rd of December 1926.
I thought you were going to ask about your lost glasses then.
Yeah, I put my glasses down. But where are they?
You lost your phone earlier.
Funny enough, while doing this, I lost my glasses twice. Which
and
I
you lost your phone. At one
I
point,
lost
you were
my
wandering
phone
around your house going, I keep doing this. I keep losing my phone.
I know, I keep losing everything. Anyway, I was setting the scene here.
You just placed them down.
I'm going to start again so I can set the scene properly.
Okay.
At approximately 9:30 p.m. on Friday the 3rd of December 1926.
Was it a windy day?
Agatha Christie kissed her daughter goodnight, then got in her car and left her home in Berkshire. No one saw or heard of her in 11 days, but she eventually materialised. But where? Was it A, the B&Q in Aberdeen?
Oh.
Was it B, the Swan Pub and Spa, Harrogate? Or was it C, on a number 26 bus in Reading?
Well, B&Q is a couple of years off that opening.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not out of the question, though.
This is a number 26 bus in Reading, or
the Swan Pub and Spa in Harrogate.
Swan Pub and Spa. And she drove off in her car.
Yeah.
Interesting. She had a lot of money then.
Actually, I think she was quite famous when it happened.
Yeah.
What I didn't realise was she had a daughter, so she left her daughter.
Well, if she drove off, why was she then on the bus? So I'm going to go for the Swan Pub and Spa.
That is correct. Well done, you got one right.
What was that?
That was me celebrating the fact that you've had a bit of a torrid time with this so far, but you got that one right. Question 5, we're near the end. What item still sits in pride of place in a London Transport Lost Property Office after being found in a train toilet? Was it A, a replica of the Titanic? Was it B, a life-size stuffed Spider-Man? Or was it C, a piano?
A piano.
You're saying that cleaners discovered a piano in a train toilet, and it's now sitting in the London Transport Lost Property Office. That is incorrect. It's a life-size stuffed Spider-Man. Okay.
Close,
but no cigar. Question 6. What is the longest time between a letter being sent and a letter being received through the Royal Mail, according to the Guinness Book of Records?
Is this like legitimate?
It is legitimate.
Like, as in they measured it was the longest distance?
No, time.
Yeah, but did they do it over a long distance? Is that why it took that long? Or is it still within the UK? I guess it will always still be within the UK if it's Royal Mail.
Yes, it was all in the UK.
Have you got the start points on there? And the end point? Did you deliver it?
No, it would still be waiting. But I've got how many years, right? So was it A, 69 years?
Yep.
B, 79 years? Or C, 89 years?
It's a good thing that you didn't do it in months, years, and whatever, because 89 years.
That is correct. It took 89 years. In 2008, a letter was received, which was an RSVP to a Boxing Day party sent on the 29th of November 1919. There was no explanation. It was just in a damage bag. Now, as a postman, right, if you get a letter and it's slightly damaged or open, you put it in this see-through bag, which has got writing on to tell them what they can do, like compensation or the rest of it. I cannot fathom how someone had something that was 89 years old and just thought, no one's going to say anything about this. I'll just pop it in a damaged bag and that'll be.
Do you know what I reckon's happened? Is it's just slipped down the back of something in like the sorting office, and they've gone, oh my God, there's this letter here. We need to make sure it's sent.
It does happen, and obviously people think it's hilarious. But the fact it was an RSVP for a Boxing Day party, that's what makes it funnier.
What's funny is that person turned up to the party going, I told you I was going to be here.
Yeah. I said, well, you never said, so you can't come in. It's the penultimate one. Question 7. In 1966, prior to England/West Ham's momentous triumph in the World Cup...
Oh, Germany was lost.
Yeah, good, though. I should have done it, right? The trophy was stolen whilst on display, but found a week later wrapped in a newspaper in a hedge by a dog.
Yes.
But what was the dog's name? Was it A, Pickles? Was it B, Gherkin? Or was it C, Wally?
Pickles.
It was Pickles. Well done.
Yeah. Pickles the dog found
Pickles the dog found it. I think someone probably either pinched it thinking it was they were gonna be able to do something with it, and then probably thought it might be a bit difficult to shift this. Anyway, this is your last question.
Because people were going to have their pictures taken with it, weren't they? Prior to the...
Yeah.
You can see it.
Or sketches.
It was on public.
Question 8. Which of these items... This is again about a lost and property one. Final question. Which of these items was kept in an Alabama lost property office after being found on a train but never claimed? Was it A or D, as I seem to have on here, but let's just say A, so don't get confused.
D and F, yeah?
Yeah. Was it A, 25 submachine guns and a heat-seeking missile? Was it B, a missile guidance system and a space shuttle camera? Or was it C, a small submersible and a harpoon?
I feel like a heat-seeking missile and stuff like that would need to go somewhere else. It couldn't just be sitting in lost property. What was the second one?
Well, put it this way, right? I'm not saying that's the answer, but it was after being found, and it was never claimed. I'm not saying it wasn't eventually returned somewhere else, or I had to be taken somewhere else, because all of those things would have to go somewhere else.
Yeah, but I don't think you'd legally let someone claim that.
No, so they wouldn't claim it, so it'd probably go to the police or go to whatever, or, but what one do you think? I can see where you're going down an avenue.
A now, then.
I can see where. So it's either 25 submachine guns and a heat-seeking missile guidance system and a space shuttle camera, or a small submersible and a harpoon.
A.
You're going for 25 submachine guns and a
heat-seeking missile. If it's not this, they're going to be angry.
Huh?
If it's not this, they're going to be angry.
Then start getting angry.
Damn.
Because it was a missile guidance system, a working missile guidance system, and a space shuttle camera.
Okay, I'll let you off.
And basically, they eventually returned, I presume, the space shuttle camera, but to NASA. But it was sitting there. They didn't really know what it was at first, and then they realised what it was, and then still no one had come and claimed it.
They realised what it was when it said, on the side of it, it says NASA.
But obviously, for someone who works and has lost something like that...
Well, you've lost something like that. I thought you were comparing it to you.
No, I don't lose
as someone who works, and I have lost something like that before as well.
I have lost a heat-seeking missile whilst at work, yes.
Yeah.
No, so that's the end of my little Bermuda Triangle / lost things quiz.
Oh, that's good.
I
I
enjoyed that.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, obviously, this is probably about an hour or so that's a bit of lost time.
Yep.
For everybody.
You'll never get this time back.
You'll never get this back. It's like you yourself have sailed through the Bermuda Triangle.
It's like you went into a fog and have woken up 100 miles later down the M1.
Oh, yeah. 100 minutes later down the M1, wishing you'd never experienced what you just experienced.
Yeah.
But there we are.
Well, if that has happened to you and you would like to leave a complaint, a question, suggestion or comment, you can do so on the website, fatherandsundays.com, and go to the Contact Us section, or you can go contact us at fatherandsundays.com for an email. You can also send us messages via social media, Instagram, Facebook, whatever Twitter's called nowadays, and Threads.
Yep.
Send a message on those. Like, follow, share. All the episodes are available on the website. You can also get them on your chosen podcast platform.
Yeah. Good stuff. Well, look, next week, you know what we're talking about next week?
Episode 112.
It's 112, and we will be talking about...
I can't actually remember.
Charles Dickens.
Oh, right, okay.
So for all you scholars out there who think you know everything there is to know about Charlie Boy, think again.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.